Awoman, who survived the 2015 Paris terror attack, has spoken of her journey to recovery after she was shot in the face by the Islamist assailants. Gaelle Chevalier was at the Bataclan theater on November 13, 2015, where 90 people died when terrorists smashed their way into a Eagles of Death metal concert and opened fire. The 37-year-old was shot in the arm and face, with bullets tearing apart her jaw on her left side, and she has since had some 25 surgeries to restore her looks. Speaking to the Mirror, she said that a part of me disappeared, but another part of me was born. Ms. Chevalier, who has a 7-year-old son, was attending the concert with a friend named Matthew, who did not survive the attack. The pair had been standing by the bar, and Ms. Chevalier was one of the few survivors in that part of the venue. When police arrived, she was surrounded by bodies, her face and arm seriously injured. Then there was that moment when I finally took my courage in both hands and I got up holding my arm and telling myself that to save my skin I really had to get out of there. She reveals she sometimes has flashbacks of that horrific evening, noises and smells which come back to her usually during the night, when I'm going to bed, or suddenly during the day. Ms. Chevalier has had some 25 surgeries since the day, including using a part of her calf bone to reconstruct her jaw, and is now on the board of directors of a Paris attack support organization called 13/11/15 for survivors and families of victims. The terror attacks in Paris on November 13, 2015, were carried out by 3 separate teams of terrorists, some of whom had fought in Syria and were smuggled back into Europe among refugees. Among their targets was the Stade de France, where the French national team were playing a friendly match against Germany. A second team then targeted restaurants and bars along the Canal Saint-Martin, while a third carried out the massacre and hostage-taking at the Bataclan theater. The Islamist terrorist attackers killed 130 people, including the 90 who died in the Bataclan, and injured more than 400. The attacks, which were the deadliest in France since the end of the Second World War, prompted a 3-month state of emergency to tackle terrorism. The attacks also prompted France to increase its contributions to the war against ISIS in Syria and Iraq, including several large-scale bombing raids.